Yeah, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and with the Halloween events for like a billion million games, or just holiday events because it's the holidays, a lot of games are going to be having seasonal events, and these seasonal events have seasonal rewards, or they're limited time rewards. And there's actually more games than ever that are kind of being built with the concept of limited time rewards and limited time gameplay, and I actually applaud those games. I love those kind of games. Guild Wars 2, one of my favorite games ever, and I love just jumping back into it for every little seasonal or timed event and, you know, trying to get those rewards, kind of do the Easter egg hunts and complete the challenges, and of course explore the new sort of expanded story, or, you know, little mini games, stuff like that. Just kind of partake in the community and the culture of the game itself. I love it. It's great. But I'm making this video because, well, I mean, specifically, let's talk about Overwatch's system that they have is the RNG. The RNG, the limited time loot boxes. That's kind of, to me, a cancer. And I know it's kind of maybe selfish of me, right? I mean, selfish. It's kind of maybe stuck up and very privileged of me to talk about something like this, but I honestly think that it's hurting the game, and I think it's hurting the entire industry. Now, loot boxes itself kind of suck in a way. I think the way Steam does it is the acceptable way. Anything else is non-acceptable. If you can't earn something and then trade it, it doesn't work, because you're going to spend money or a lot of time. This is going to be key here, trying to get something and then you don't get it. And you're really only going to feel disappointment. Whatever you do receive, even though you technically receive something, it's not going to feel like it. It might as well be nothing. So this is the problem with Overwatch's system here, where we're going to have players, and let's assume that we're not spending any money, okay? Because already, absolutely, I think we can all admit, it incentivizes you to spend money. So they can game it to where things are really low chance, you know, percentage to drop, whatever. But anyways, so Overwatch, regardless if you believe they give you ample time and ample rewards, because you can go to arcade and play some of those to get extra loot boxes that are specific to the Halloween event, kind of, sort of, not really. Even if you do believe that, in the end, what is happening here, what is literally factually happening with the player base, with any individual player, is the Halloween event happens. Cool, you want to jump in and you want to play the playable content. You paid your money for the game. You, of course, you deserve and you have earned that content. But you now see some skins and you are lured into play maybe more games than you were planning to. You want to continue playing to specifically earn that skin. However, you don't earn that skin. It is just, you know, it is just rewarded to you, whether you like it or not, maybe, or not. It could really not just be, you might not get it. You might actually miss it. You could play the whole event and actually miss it. They configure the stats just perfectly so to where it is actually possible that you don't ever get it. The rewards that, especially in Overwatch, if we use this example, it's not specific to kind of like your play style. It's not specific to your wants. Kind of like if it was RNG loot, like if you, let's say if you're a Mercy player, of course you want the Mercy skin. And if you could choose like between like all the support skins, that would make sense, right? I think a couple of games actually have like stuff similar to that, where you can choose to buy like the support packs, and, you know, they have role specific packs, or they have different packs and things. And even as much as I don't like Warframe's monetization, they still do that. You know, you can buy different packs and different bundles and things, and that's cool. But Overwatch doesn't do something like that. So really, when you're trying to get this limited edition thing, it's in the pool with every other seasonal event there, seasonal event item, that is. So what they're incentivized to do is to create a lot of shit cosmetics, frankly. And it's true, you know it. You probably like, yeah, I get a lot of sprays that I really don't like. Yeah, that's what they're incentivized to do. So what they want to do is they want to make 1 or 2 skins that are really, really good, and they know it. So I think this year we've got the Summoner skin for Symmetra, and we also have like the Cthulhu looking skin for Zenyatta. Those are really, really cool skins. They're definitely big skins. And everything else, depending on if you like the from the previous year stuff, might be unworth. It might really just kind of be trash loot. And of course, they're incentivized to spam you with sprays and maybe needless emotes and just a lot of non-content for most players. And that's the problem with me. Now, it's not really a critic's job to offer solutions, But again, I wish they can kind of funnel the rewards in some way. That's how it should work. There should probably be multiple loot boxes or something. I don't know how it could be done, but in the end, loot boxes as a whole, it does not incentivize the developers to create the best content, and it doesn't incentivize players to play in probably the most appropriate way. So one thing that you want players to do in your game, I don't know, who am I? I'm just a YouTuber who went to game design school, fuck me, right? But anyways, what you want players to do in your game is to play the game, to game the game. Okay, so let's say a Mercy player. You want a Mercy player to perform well, right? You want a Mercy player to play Mercy correctly. But with these skins, what you end up having people do is they just want the loot boxes. So they're going to play kind of a specific way. They just want to get the game over and done with. They just want to have, their loot boxes. They want to level up to get their loot boxes. They're just going to rush through the arcade modes, and they're going to play specific ways. Now, a lot of them you do need to win, actually, so there is that. But if they're just playing to win, if they're just playing to get the match over as fast as possible, that's not exactly the best way to play. I know that's weird in a competitive game to say that, well, they're just trying to play to win. But the thing is that most people actually don't know how to win, and they don't know the proper mentality, especially in a team game. And really, what I do think it's good, though, that you spread out the loot box rewards between different game modes, because that does get people to play the different matches and the different game types. I think that is really cool. But in the end, I still don't think they should be loot boxes. Really, the way I think it should work, here's a solution, maybe possibly, is you have a Mercy player. Okay, well, in the new game mode, I don't know if Mercy can actually play this, but fuck me. Support players. Okay, so support players, maybe you could go and play I do believe you can play Zenyatta, actually. Yeah, you can play Zenyatta in the new Halloween event, right? So go and play Zenyatta in this Halloween event. Do get the challenges and actually get those achievements. Those achievements are awesome, and it's really cool to have those achievements. But then be rewarded with the Zenyatta skin if you actually complete that achievement. That's how I think it should actually work. And I think you can actually play as Genji, too. It'd be kind of cool to get the Oni skin again here. And you can play a few other people, dude. I don't know. So it'd be cool to get their Halloween skins if you could actually play as them and then maybe beat the thing on the hardest difficulty or whatever. It should be achievement based. So then you're actually playing the characters and you're really trying to play the game and you achieve something and then you get a reward for that achievement. And that's something that I loved about Halo 3 was a game that it gave cosmetics through achievements. And I think that's really cool. I mean, we already paid 60 or 40 bucks for this game. I mean, it's a fun game, but you have this surplus content. And we don't actually have access to that. We may or may not get it, but we don't actually have access to it, even though we bought the game. Of course, we do get free updates, free characters, free maps. Sure, cool. I just think it could be done better than loot boxes. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be really cool if we got skin rewards for participating in ranked and things like that. So, I mean, League of Legends does that, and League of Legends is actually a pretty okay monetization. Not perfect, but they do actually reward players who reach gold or higher. And I think that it could probably be the same like Diamond in Overwatch. I think that's probably the equivalent. I don't know. It'd be pretty cool if every year there was one Diamond skin for one random hero that performed very well in the meta that season or something like that. I think that would be freaking fantastic, especially since Overwatch is really focused on esports, isn't it? So you want to get people to move from casual play to actually taking the game really seriously, and you can do that through that sort of reward system. However, right now, it doesn't really matter. People will play ranked so that they gain, I guess, a lot of experience very quickly, and they're just kind of trying to run through games. Win or lose, they're just kind of going through the motions. It's just all RNG anyways. They're going to gain relative experience, but this way you kind of motivate people a little bit differently. And maybe you can have unique skins to the arcade modes. Maybe you can have unique skins, actually. It'd be interesting if you could track your own hosted servers, and then you have a special skin like Torbjorn because he's a builder, right? So you can get a special Torbjorn skin if you had a server, I guess that, well, you achieved a full server one day. So you invite everyone to a full server and you play one full game or, for like 3, I don't know, probably like a full match at least, or maybe multiple. Or maybe you have a server that was open for like 24 hours a day or something like that. For like 24 hours it was open, boom, you get this Torbjorn skin. I think that would incentivize people to move through the game and play differently and also be able to show off the type of player that they are. Because I'm sure there are players in Overwatch that just play custom games. It would be really, really cool to be able to, if they ever did go into ranked or something, to show off their Builder Torbjorn skin because it's like, hey, I run custom games. I do all sorts of silly stuff. Let's go have a silly time in ranked. I'm going to show you my creative, tactics in this game. I don't know. That's just what I imagine. And I think that'd be pretty freaking awesome. So, reward different play styles, reward different players, like with actual rewards. Don't just reward everyone this, like it's just random stuff, people doing random things, and it's just actually possible to not get what you really should earn. If somebody farms for 4 hours and still doesn't get the skin that they want, and they just get all this trash, they might actually not get anything special. That's just not cool, man. It's just not cool. So timed RNG progression really sucks. I think RNG kind of as a whole sucks, but when there's a limited amount of time and you don't have enough really time to game the system and you potentially might lose out on that loot, no thank you. When no amount of skill can reward you with a skin, that's when I think that a game is not really worth playing. So Overwatch, it's probably the lesser of a lot of evils, but I don't think it's the best. And when this company and this game specifically has so many players and makes so much money, I just don't want to hear it. We can do better. We could do so much better. And I think the industry would be better if, the company that's like the bleeding edge here, and it's been that way for decades, if they could just take the high road for once, I'd really like that. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts and feelings? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know. Much love regardless. Have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.